So a few weeks ago, I tested this elmax steel on this Vosteed psyop up against a Chris Reeve in Magna Cut, and the Chris Reeve beat this elmax about 3 times over, even though elmax on paper should have some more edge retention. So that edge was, it had lightly been sharpened one time, and it was at 20 degrees. So I wanted to give it an aggressive sharpening, a full reprofiling, hopefully remove any of burnt edge from the factory that was on it. And I also took the opportunity to drop that edge angle down by a few degrees. I dropped it from around 20 degrees down to 17.5. I heard somewhere that 17.5 degree elmax was one of the best angles to put it at. I actually think that's one of y'all's names, and that might be where I got that from. So the way the elmax performed, it had an initial sharpness of 102 grams on the best tester, and afterwards it was 247 on average, and it went up to 145. We did 3 tests before, 3 tests after, and we took an average. So I want to do that same test again. I cut 150 pieces, or I did 150 cuts through cardboard, 50 cuts through sizzle rope, and I'm going to do that same test again with this new edge to see how much better results that we get out of it. Hopefully it's significant enough. So let's go ahead and do some initial testing. So again, this edge has been fully sharpened, starting at a 150 grit up to a 3000, and this thing is very sharp. So just a couple initial sharpness tests there with some paper. We will, you can see that it can shave very easily as well. And we'll go ahead and take a couple tests to get an average initial sharpness. All right, so we got an initial average of 127, 128 around there. I'll throw up the exact one here. So we're gonna go do our cardboard and rope cutting, see how much of that edge that we lose, and see how it stacks up. All right, so cutting felt good. I noticed after the cardboard, as it was going through the rope, it felt like it was getting through it easier than it did before. Definitely lost some of the bite on that fine edge. Don't know if we rolled any. Feels a little rough. Let's take a look and see if it will shave. No, we lost our, oh, we got a couple. We got a couple shaving. Expected to lose that. You usually lose that bite when cutting all that rope and cardboard. Paper is still cutting okay, a little rough. Doesn't feel too bad. Definitely lost some of the sharpness though. All right, let's see how the best tester looks. So our average sharpness after that cutting was 210. So we went from 128 up to 210, or a difference of 82. Now that is significantly better than it was before. The jump that we saw before the sharpening and the angle drop was a difference of 145. So we could see between maybe getting some of that burnt edge off, probably had a little bit to do with it, and I'm sure what a lot had to do with it was dropping the edge angle. So here was a good, a real-time practical application of dropping that edge angle. Sharpening a factory edge, getting some of that burnt edge off, can significantly increase the edge retention of your knife. So if you're into sharpening your knives and it's knives you're going to use, maybe right when you get it, sharpen it up, you'll get some more life out of it. Thank you for watching.